One way to take a look at it are analog years. And so what I've done is on the left map, I've pulled up all the previous La Nina years, 06 through last year, which was 2021. All of those are La Nina years. And I looked at the period from May to October, so May through the end of September. And we're looking at a standardized precipitation anomaly. And so it's kind of color coded, which I have to have. I can't read numbers, I need colors. And the more red the color is, the higher the anomaly, the drier or less rainfall that we get. So if I use all the La Nina years, all 8 of them, we see an anomaly for dry somewhere between 0.2 and 0.4 a standard deviation through the center of the state. So that does include the capital area, both the South Central and the Hill Country. And we're right in the middle of both of those regions. And that would be the best case. I did not find any analog combinations that showed us getting above normal rainfall through the May through October period. The worst case, and I looked at 2008, 2011, and 2017, the entire state was showing anonymously dry regions through this May through October period. And if you look at the Hill Country and South Central Texas, of which the capital area sits right in between those two, we see one standard deviation anomaly of rainfall deficits. So very dry. And both of these in combination, the best case scenario, the worst case scenario, both point to less than normal rainfall through the period in a La Nina year. The Climate Prediction Center, they do put out seasonal outlooks. And the one I'm showing here is just the May, June, and July outlook. They show leaning towards or likely above normal temperatures for most of the state, probably including the capital area. And with the rainfall outlook through the May through July period, the outlook shows generally normal chances, I think, for the capital area. And as you go north and west, the chances trend below normal, and getting up into the far northern panhandle become likely to be below normal. So not much to go on there with the normal chances, but we will find out come September. And then you may ask, well, what is normal rainfall for the capital area during May and June? And so I just pulled up the image. And for both months, there's a little bit of difference as far as where, but Travis County and Hays, Williamson County, this capital region, it's somewhere between 3 and 4 inches each month. So if you combine the months, 7 inches of rainfall for May and June would be normal. And, to erase drought, I'm thinking it's going to take more than normal rainfall to erase that drought that we have on the west side of the capital area, generally the western parts of Williamson, Travis, and Hays County. I think we need above normal rainfall to reduce that drought, and that's going to be something above 7 inches of rainfall for the 2 months. So that underlying dryness, my take is that it's going to be with us through the summer, and we'll have that underlying dryness, part of that table setting that could produce significant fires later in the summer. The other thing I like to look at is recent drying trends. And what I use, we have these posted on our website, which I failed to tell you all, is down here in the bottom right, at tfsweb.tamu.edu. But we carry these ERC graphs, either for the annual trend or the monthly trend. And the trends kind of tell me if I'm drying or if I'm gaining moisture, losing moisture or gaining moisture. And this is the most recent publication of these graphs from today. And you can see from basically mid-April, ERC values have mostly been dropping. So I would say that the trend has been going down. We have been gaining moisture. We have been improving. Other periods recently, that March period that we showed the fire down in Medina County, the ERC trends were trending up. So when I'm seeing underlying drought, I'm seeing ERC trends going up. And this red line that you see is the historic high since 2001. And most of these red lines were set in 2011. Certainly this peak around the first or the early part of September of 2011. So we were trending above that historic level. We're now back to near normal. So the recent drying trend has improved. So we looked at drought, we looked at recent drying trends, and then the final piece or ingredient in the recipe for fires in the summer would be that fire environment, that weather trigger. And I tend to use or think it's best to use not just the weather, but the recent drying trend, or what I would call fuel dryness. If you combine both the forecast fire danger and the forecast fuel dryness, I think that gives you pretty good guidance on the type of fires you might expect on any given day. So this forecast is for tomorrow. And if you look at these maps, you try to figure out where the best alignment of forecast fire danger and forecast fuel dryness is. Generally, again, looking at the colors, the red and oranges, it looks like the high plains tomorrow will be at risk for significant fires. The forecast fire danger representative of the fire weather, the forecast fuel dryness representative of the surface fuels on the ground. Sometimes we see misalignment. If you look in the Trans-Pecos down here in Brewster County, down toward the Big Bend, we do see extreme fire danger forecast. That's the Elephant Mountain Station, that little black dot. But if you look over here on the fuel dryness, we see greens and blues. So the moisture levels there are normal to above normal. And I don't expect, significant fires, even initial attack fires in that region because of the underlying conditions, moisture in our fuels. So late summer 2022, I put a maybe down there because the story I don't think has been written yet. We certainly have the potential for a severe late summer fire season here in the capital because we have drought on the map right now, and we have the potential to carry that drought into July, August, and September. And that's going to drive the fire season. Could we erase the drought? Possibly. I think chances are below 50% that we can erase the drought. I think more than likely some level of drought will be with us once we enter July and August. And the picture there is just representative of the hill country and how fires move. They don't get as big as they do during the winter because we generally don't have the high winds, but they burn hotter, more intense. They're very difficult to contain and control. And even though they're not bigger, they're still very impactful. If you think about the capital area, it doesn't take a very big fire to have negative impacts on the community. The populations are higher, and actually that's part of the recipe for fires. Most fires are human caused. So if you have high population densities, you're probably going to have chances for more ignitions. So my instincts tell me that this summer is shaping up to be above normal. Is it going to be a 2011? I don't think so. 2011 was, I still think, one, it's going to be hard to repeat. But having said that, now as has been said before me, the time to prepare, even if we don't see a severe summer, any year is a time to prepare for a significant summer fire season. And Justice, I stumbled through that, but we'll leave it there and turn it back to you.
Thank you, Brad. Really appreciate sharing that insight with us. I know it's an art and a science to predict wildfire potential. So thank you for giving us your perspective on that. And we'll take that to heart. It sounds like we're going into a potentially volatile season, all the more reason for us to prepare now.